The best basic Karakuri in the game is hands down the Celestial Anchor. There's no doubt about that. Before I can show you why it's the most broken, first I need to show you how it works. So when you place a Celestial Anchor down, you need to jump off it to be bound to it. You only have one Celestial Anchor down at a time. You place another one, hit and jump off it, you become bound to that. Or if you jump off any Celestial Anchor, you become bound to it. It doesn't need to be placed by you. Now while you're bound to it, you can do these super jumps. These super jumps are what I'm going to show later on. You can do up to 6 of them at max upgrade. Now everything else I show you, the rest of this is going to be at a max upgraded Celestial Anchor. So you can only do these jumps while in the range of the anchor. And you can tell you're in range by looking at the blue light at your hand, or just looking at the red button plus A to jump above your character's head. Now let me show you how big the range is. When I lose the light is when I lose the range. Here. So I can come about this far with this Celestial Anchor before I lose range. But while you do have this range and you do have this jumping buff, you are given some of the best mobility in the game. Another benefit with the Celestial Anchor at max rank is it allows you to re-engage fights. So, if I'm hit by this bear, I can immediately come back at him and attack him. Like so. If I'm ever hit, then that's not just by this bear, it's by anything. If something's going to send you flying, you can respond with a re-engage. And if something doesn't, always just follow up, re-engage. Compared to the normal roll, which will just roll you backwards. It's also very good for engaging in a fight. So while it's good for helping you engage in a fight and re-engage after being hit, it also gives you a very easy time dodging big moves because how much range is covered by it. So another great thing with the Celestial Anchor is it'll pull you out of every animation, whether it's a slow one or a quick one, except for your healing water. Like there. Normally I'd have been stuck there trying to pick up the sword and having to transform back, but I could have canceled it. And this applies to every weapon. So on top of Celestial Anchor being great for engaging, re-engaging, making dodging easier, canceling all animations and letting you fly, it also, on top of it, cannot be destroyed by Kimono when placed. So since it cannot be destroyed, it allows you to place it wherever you want. You don't have to think twice. Just place it, jump off it, and get in. Now, it does have a unique interaction where if you put a box on top of it, or anything on top of it, things work a little backwards now. You cannot destroy it both jumps, but the Kimono can destroy it with their attacks. The whole thing, including the anchor. In return, it allows you to jump as much as you want. So, if you're going to use a Celestial Anchor, you need to know the fusion Karakuri that go with it. At 14 cost, you can make the Celestial Cannon. That does a serious amount of damage in a small amount of time. I've seen it do up to 800 damage, 700 damage to Kimono out there in the wild. At 14 cost again, you can make the Celestial Shield, which grants you and any ally that passes through it a shield that'll just reduce all damage and not stagger you until it is popped. And you can also make the Healing Vaporizer that costs 5, which is better than any potion you can drink to restore your health, and it will heal all allies a very high amount. Plus, it'll have a lingering healing effect once it's done. If you're going to be using the Celestial Anchor, I would strongly suggest using fire with it. Just to use the torch would give you 2 out of the 3 combinations total. Just by that alone. And then if you add the box, which I think everyone should be using the box as well. It only costs 1. It allows you to build quite a vast amount of things. And that'll finish everything. You can now make everything with this listed anchor. Now I'm going to show you how it works with a few weapons. First, the Karakuri staff. I think it's mandatory for Karakuri staff. It allows you to play a brand new playstyle, which I like to call hit and run. You come in, land, carry shuriken. That shuriken, on top of doing a whole load of damage, will also grant you 2 stacks. If it just hits once, it only needs to do 1 tick of damage for 2 stacks. A little tip with this is if you normally jump and you click X, your character will go flying a little bit more than you probably want, like that. To reduce the amount of distance you fly, it's always good to do an extra jump before you click X. To slow it down. Next up is the Nodachi. Nodachi also works very well with Celestial Anchor because it allows you to charge extremely quickly. I was able to charge a few hits there. Now we have Hammer, which is my favorite. It allows you to completely start your combo off just a Celestial Anchor in the air. So after progressing through the story some bit, you will find Celestial Anchor right down here. You just unlock it when you get to the point with the amount of points needed, and as you go down more, you will find upgrades for it. This is a very good one. I think this is mandatory. That allows you to use it when you're hit. It's what I was showing you earlier. And all the other upgrades for it are just lets you jump 1 more time. And that goes up to a total of 6, which is what I have. Well, that's all I wanted to show you. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.